What's up, guys? How are you all doing? Welcome to Mundo Maldini. Welcome to your channel. And welcome to a new adventure we dive into every day we're here. Because today we continue with the series of rebuilding teams. But this time, rather than rebuilding, we're going to improve Hansi Flick's Barca.
It's difficult. David puts me up to this. But we're going to try to improve Barca. Still one of the best teams in the world. One of those playing the best. But it can have room for improvement. You already know that what we do is use Transfermarkt with what it's worth. We have here a typical starting 11 that you're already seeing. This typical 11, I think, more or less is Ter Stegen, Culé, Barcelona, Goalkeeper, Pedri, De Jong, Raphinha, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, and Lewandowski. We could talk about some players who stay, like Gavi, like Lamine, but this is a fairly logical typical 11 for Barca. So this can be improved? Yes, depending on how much the players cost, everything can always be improved. So how do we do it, David?
Well, I've read in comments many people have told us with the Manchester teams that we're not realistic because we don't take into account clauses when contracts end. We're not realistic.
No, we're not realistic. This is a game. What do you want? For us to look at every detail. This is what they can pay us for De Jong, so maybe a midfielder who is better, or by spending. The key is what we sell. To do something reasonable in relation to the. And we're not going to spend a penny more. What we sell. When I say not a penny, it's because people don't remember what a duro was. A duro was 5 pesetas. It's a way of speaking, but not $1 more.
Let's start by looking at Barca's squad, the values on Transfermarkt, and see what we keep and what we sell. All right, let's start with the goalkeepers.
All right, Ter Stegen, 15 million. I would definitely keep Ter Stegen. Iñaki Peña. I would sell Iñaki Peña. Start taking notes. Yes, I would sell Iñaki Peña. Iñaki, and I would keep Ter Stegen and Chesney a little longer, and then look for another. Maybe later we'll find another goalkeeper. Well, Tucoba, yes, of course not. Araujo, careful. Christensen, Eric Garcia, Dios tosto. I would also sell Eric
Garcia out, and with Chesney, we would need to do a renewal. Initially, of course, he is leaving, but that's up to management. They can sort it out.
I'm considering Araujo, but for now, we won't sell him. It's 55 million. He was already close to leaving this winter, and I think there are more options below, and we'll keep looking.
Questions about Araujo? Do you think Araujo has reached his peak?
Well, maybe he has. Maybe he has. Right now, of course, Araujo is 55 million for a player who is theoretically a substitute. Not theoretically, because Cubarsí and Inigo are ahead for me. But of course, he solves a lot of problems for you. It's 55 million. It's 55 million. We have to think about it. We have to think about it. How much? We can already check on Transfermarkt how much Huijsen, the young Spanish central from Bournemouth, costs. Also, look at this one. Can we check this player?
Yes, we can check it. All right, $18 million.
All right, go ahead and sell Araujo. Yes, I sell Araujo and sign Huijsen. It's a different profile, but he comes to Barca judicial in Mundo Maldini, at least. Then, in time, we'll look at your life, and I'll say, well, we've accepted this. So are we selling Araujo? Yes, it's fine. Then you'll tell me how much money we have. We've already signed Hassan to start talking. All right, let's continue. Christensen, $20 million. It's not worth it. We've sold Ari Garcia. Valde, right? Of course. Gerard Martin for $5 million. For now, I wouldn't sell him. Hector Ford for $10 million. No.
Married to De Jong, who's on the way out every day.
Offer De Jong.
45 million, with United always lurking every year.
I would sell him. De Jong, seriously. I would sell him, and we'll see to whom.
First big news in the world.
I would sell him. I'm thinking about a midfielder, knowing what it costs. But in the end, for now, I sell him, and then maybe I decide not to sell him. It depends on what's in the market. But put it down.
We are selling the starting player. He has taken Casado's spot this season.
But we have Casado, who is 30, and with 55 we can sign a player. I think he can contribute more. Many factors need to be considered. Many factors need to be taken into account.
$45 million, Frenkie de Jong leaves Barca, without having shown his best level.
And then Pedri. Well, of course, not Pedri, not Gavi, not Olmo. Fermin, look, I appreciate him a lot. I run into him at the stadiums and such. I always greet him. I would sell him.
Don't get upset.
No, don't get upset with me. This is a game. It's 50 million. And look at what we're going to sign now. Be careful. It's almost nothing. Well, not Raphinha. Of course not Daniel. Pablo Torres and a half. Are they going to give you very little, right? Ansu Fati for 10, damn, Lamine 180. Obviously not Ferran 28. I have doubts with Ferran and Lewandowski neither. Pau Victor neither for 5 million. Well, for now, how much money do we have in the bank? Let's calculate it. I want to sign Bertzman, but of course, I knew man, of course, but if we keep Olmo, 178, very well. After the sales by the sports management of Mundo Maldini at Barca, we have 160 million because it's 178 minus the 18 for Dean Huijsen, who we've already signed. He's already a Blaugrana. And now what we have to do is we've sold a centre-back. We've sold 2 centre-backs, Araujo and Eric Garcia, a midfielder, a central midfielder, 1 more attacking player to go. And Iñaki Peña, a goalkeeper. We'll have to sign centre-backs, look for a centre-back, position, detail, because for now, we would have the 2 starters who would still be Loku Barceño, for now. And on the bench, Houston. We would need 1 more. I've already seen a Saliba for 80. That motivates me. A Saliba, that motivates me. I think Saliba is one of the best. Come on, sign Saliba. We spend 80 on Saliba. If we're selling Araujo and Eric Garcia, which are 68, and signing Saliba for 80. Man, the operation seems like a bargain, dude. It's coherent. And with Huijsen and Saliba comes 80. Discount 80 with someone else's money. It's very easy to play Saliba 80 with money in Monopoly. It's super easy. And we're already set with centre-backs. We have Koundé, we have Ford, who can play as a full-back, and Koundé as a centre-back at a given moment. I say one thing. Later, when we make the 11, there will be doubts here. I already know there will be doubts. But well, now put me full-backs. We have no problem. Put me midfielders. Full-backs. We have no problem. Because here, I think there's an issue with Barca's left-back. The right. I think there's too much difference. In fact, we have Koundé and Ford. Yes, but maybe you're not with me. I think there's too much difference between the starting team of the full-backs, Pam. But you have to spend the money, or if you want, we look at left-backs. But it's going to be very...
Wouldn't you spend it? Would you trust Gerard, Martin and Astor Ford for occasional substitutions?
Yes, that's right. No more. Let's go to midfielders. Let's see, gentlemen. Let's see the Bellinghams. How much money do we have left? Aye. Well, it's okay. Beers is impossible. From Clanray, we have to go lower. It's okay. Let's not get nervous. We have McAllister, Enzo. I love Enzo, man. He's a player I really like. He's growing a lot, and I really liked him. 75. Bruno Guimaraes, Joan Neves, 60. Watch out. Joan Neves for Barça. Watch out for this player. Very Barça profile. We already have Zumendi, Madison, Dani Olmo, 60. Of course, we sold Fermin, but we have Gabi and Dani Olmo to play in that position.
Attacking midfield.
I think we won't make many signings, but we are Barça. Big signings.
We have sold a starting player in the midfield. We need to sign another with a strong profile to play with Pedri.
To play with Pedri. I'm torn between McAllister and Zubimendi. No, between McAllister and Enzo. Torn between McAllister and Enzo.
Enzo. Before Joan Neves.
It's just that Enzo can play more as a pivot. He can play further forward. I really like Enzo. I've argued a lot with some friends about him. He's a player that generates a lot of controversy. And we have 5 little kilos left around. Well, fine. We have 5 little kilos left. It's okay.
Here it cost us 75,075.
We don't have 5 left, 5 million that we're going to spend. Let's spend. Scroll down. Scroll much further down, because I'm thinking of selling. We have a lot. I have it. We're going to sell Ferran too.
To hell with it.
It was 25, I remember.
Ferran, then we would have 30.
And we're going to sign Kochku, the midfielder from Benfica. I really like that player. I think it's a signing that for the money it costs, the Turkish one, on the bench, but we have Kochku, we have signed. Enzo Fernandez. Very good. And Huijsen? Well, now we're going to make the team. We have left. That's it. Come on. We've spent everything. Man.
Without a penny. 28, we must have 2 left.
2 for a party.
With the signings we've made here in the sports management, we're going to put together the 11 that we would have for the next season.
Come. Oh, no. I would take out Inigo, whom I love, but we have an amazing central defender as a substitute. And I would put in Saliba Kubarsi. There's Valde. You take out De Jong, whom we've sold, and I would put in Enzo Fernandez. Okay, in the double pivot with Pedri. And then it would be Lamine Yamal, Daniel Raphinha, and Lewandowski would actually be a substitute. And Kochku would be a substitute. They would be two very good substitute options. I know what you're thinking, right? Íñigo Martínez. Well, to take out Íñigo Martínez, sell him. To me, Saliba seems like the best central defender available right now. So a cover, yes, Saliba seems spectacular to me. And well, Íñigo Martínez would stay on the bench, and then Valde, Koundé, Pedri, Enzo, Raphinha, Dani Olmo, Lamine, Yamari, Lewandowski. Then we have Gabi, Fermin. We have Gabi. We have a lot of players there. I think we've also sold Ferran.
In this team where Lewandowski no longer has Ferran as a substitute.
Surely Pau Victor could come in a bit more, but, well, I would do that. It's just that they offer very little for Lewandowski. I would leave it like that, and I think it's a great team. Honestly, it's not easy to improve the squad. I don't know if we've improved it much, but I wanted Saliba's shot.
I think there's no doubt that Saliba is a better centre-back than Íñigo.
For me, yes. And then you have Íñigo as a substitute.
The issue is between Enzo and Frenkie de Jong. They are different.
They are different. It's a bit of a personal whim of mine to sell Frenkie de Jong. It's different. Maybe for Barca's profile. But I really like Enzo. I would have that. Then we also have Casado. We'll leave it like that, too.
And Kochku and Huijsen. We'll see Huijsen in 5 years.
Put them on the field if you want, even if they're substitutes. Yes, there. With the new signings, and put them there if you want. The thing is, we haven't included other players, but oh well. But it doesn't matter. It's known. Gabi could be there, of course. Casado could be there, etc. etc. It's a good team. We haven't touched the fundamentals of Barca, and I think it's a great team.
That said, let's open the floodgates.
Come on, you can start now. I've gone crazy over Enzo. I really like Enzo. I've gone crazy over Enzo. Could be. It's true that signing Saliba while having Íñigo is well thought out. But well, I spent 80 million there.
They were there?
You have to spend them. You have to spend them. I was thinking about Burrs, but Burrs is a 180, so taking away is a lot of money, and the rest I think is quite reasonable. Very well, so there we are. A hug, guys. Bye.
A hug, champs? Bye-bye.